What's up, everyone? My name is Miles, aka Miles, aka Miles. Welcome to Oh My God You Can Cook channel. Today we are making spicy sausage and tortellini soup. Easy recipe that I kind of created, just winging it one day. What we have is a little bit of chorizo sausage, some tomato, herbs and spices, garlic, onion, a little bit of oil. So nothing too big. Like I said, it's easy to make and it's fun for the whole family, or if you're just by yourself, fun for yourself. Right now we have a pan heating up, and what I'm going to do is add about a tablespoon of veggie oil. Not too much, because, and this is for the sausage, but not too much so that it drowns the sausage when you cook it. You can get it all in there. You can always put your hand over it to make sure it's hot enough. It won't burn you unless you put your hand on the pan. And if you're doing that, then you shouldn't be watching this anyway. So right here we have just a little bit of chopped sausage. We're going to drop that in the pan. And we're going to let this cook for roughly 15-20 minutes. You don't have to stir it constantly, but you want to get it in there so they don't stick, and move it around a little bit every now and then. And you want to make sure it's brown on all sides before you take it out. So like I said, about 15 minutes. Okay, right now the sausage looks like it's about done. Got a nice brown to it. So what we're going to do is turn our flame off. And then we're going to set it on some paper towels just to let it drain a little bit. It's my way of making the sausage a little more healthy. It's not really the case, but it makes me feel good when I say it. And I've got a large pot right now filled with water. Got it turned on high so we can get that boiling. We're going to dump about a cup, a little more than a cup of tortellini in there, and let that cook for about 5 minutes. So what we are doing right now is waiting for the largest pot of water to boil in the history of pots of water in this apartment. It's taking too long, so I decided I'm going to do some other things to kind of keep me interested. We're going to saute a little bit of onion and carrot, using the same pan we used for the sausage to kind of retain some of the juices. So I'm just going to add about another teaspoon of oil. Get that in there. This onion in. Followed by, and that's about a whole small onion. You can add more or less depending on your preference. And we got some chopped carrot, and it's about medium-sized carrot. We're going to dump that in there as well. About 5 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit brown. And after about 5 minutes, we're going to add the garlic. About 2 cloves. Now, I'm a big garlic fan, so I might even do 3. But like I said, that's another personal preference. Now, you don't have to hover over this either. We have the oil in there, so it won't stick. But every so often, I like to give it a toss and a stir, just to keep things moving. So that pot of water has not boiled yet, but in the meantime, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic. Like I said, about 2 cloves in here. Okay, and then just stir that around and let that cook for about 6-7 minutes. Then after that, we're just gonna turn the heat off, let that rest, and then hopefully by then this water will be boiling. I never thought it'd be so difficult to boil water. And yeah, we'll see. We'll take it from there. Guess what finally happened? The water's boiling. And you know what? All we have to do, about a cup of tortellini, drop it in the pot. Wait all that time to do that. So that's only going to take about 5 minutes, and then we'll move on from there. Water is done boiling. Pasta is done cooking. It only took 5 minutes. So right now what we're going to do is start the tomato base. Chopped up about 4 large tomatoes in pretty big chunks. Usually I use a food processor, but we don't have one. So it's okay to use a blender. And this is about the size you're looking for. Not too big, not too small, just right, just like that fairy tale, was it? Anyway, gonna dump these in here and puree them. Alright, so the tomatoes have been chopped, blended, and they are in this large pot, the infamous pot where we couldn't boil water. So now, I'm gonna add the small can of tomato paste in here. It's a 6-ounce can. Gonna bring a little thickness to the soup. You don't want it to be too runny. Alright. And then, so it's not too thick, we're gonna add about 3/4 cup of chicken broth. Hey, it's game time. Alright, so time to add everything together. Let's start with our onion and garlic mix. I'm gonna go ahead and toss that right in there. Okay, incorporate that. I know what you're thinking. Why does it look pink? Nah, it's alright. It'll turn red. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and add our tortellini. Dump that right in there. And finally, my favorite part, that spicy sausage we made a long time ago. Guess what? It's done. You know what that means? Time to fill this belly. Get a little more sauce in there. Okay, now of course, what's soup without cheese, right? Alright, and it is go time. I gotta get some tortellini in here. I'm trying not to dance. When I usually try good food, I start dancing, but I'm gonna resist for the sole purpose of this video. Now you see, that wasn't hard. Big pot of soup, this is gonna feed you for like 3 days. Like I said, this recipe is on the blog site at mileslovesfood.blogspot.com, or you can search OMG You Can Cook. Now, you've just seen the first ever video of me cooking, so there's many more to come, and I hope you enjoyed this one.